Katie and I were sitting here talking about, what was the guy's name? I don't remember. One of the speakers at Dream Weekend for Global Information Network, who was telling his story about how in one of the circumstances he had a stroke, and then through changing his thought process about the stroke, he recovered with basically no symptoms, no side effects. I mean, no speech impairment, no physical problems, nothing. Just seems like totally normal. There's no sign that he even had a stroke. And Katie was asking, like, well, but why did he have a stroke in the first place? Like, if he was thinking right and everything, why did he even have a stroke? And what I realized is his life was an accumulation of, the stroke was an accumulation of how he lived his life up to that point. And we're creating all the time. The world that we experience around us, we've created this already in the past. So when you look at something like Global Information Network, it's going to give you tools to start feeling good now, to start creating what you want in your life now, but that doesn't mean you don't have to walk through the consequences that have been created in this world. Like I was saying to Katie earlier, you could be the most positive thinking, effective person, and that is not going to stop someone else from running up here with a gun, a crazy person, and trying to attack you. The world that we've created is a world that's against us because we're against each other. And the fact is, we have already created this world, so we're going to have to walk through it. But you can change your thinking now and walk a process to undo a lot of the automated patterns and ways of thinking that you created already for yourself that have already created the world that you see outside of yourself. The world's not going to change overnight just because you change your mind right now. You still have to walk through all of that. But the point is to stop creating consequences that are not best for you and everyone else. Stop creating those now so we don't have to continue walking through those points, right? So that's the point about having that mindset. Thank you very much. The point of having that mindset is not to just feel good about yourself and live your life in la la land, because you changing your thoughts and so forth doesn't protect you from the world. You still have a responsibility to go and change the world that you see. So changing your thoughts has to be for the purpose of making the world a better place for yourself, for everyone else. It's not just about you. That's ego. If you're just sitting around feeling good, most of those people who, and I hear this all the time from everybody, like those people who put this positive projected image in, out like on YouTube or wherever, like they're always being happy and thinking positive thoughts. You meet them in person and they're not even, they're not like that in reality all the time. It's a persona, it's not real, right? So just because right now I'm not like, all happy, doesn't mean that I'm not effective. It doesn't mean that I'm not creating the life that I want to live that makes me happy and works out for everybody else so that they can be happy too. That's the real point of positive thinking. It's not so you can feel good only, it's so you can be more effective in this world. And that's why the Global Information Network, as one example, is so important. You need to be in the Global Information Network. It doesn't matter where you are in your life, it's going to give you tools to move forward. If you're already someone who's really powerful and you have lots, it's going to help you do more. Because the more you have, the more responsibility you have. That's the whole point of the parable of the talents from the Bible, from Jesus, right? Or wherever it was from, parables, I don't know, whatever book that was, right? Where God gave the talents to the one who had the most, who actually invested it and got more in return, right? When we actually utilize our creative ability to make the world a better place for everyone, not just for ourselves, we get so much more in return because we come from a point of giving. And the problem in this world right now is that everybody is operating from the perspective of that they'll only give when they receive. I mean, look at, you come into this world, you're born to this world as a baby, you have to pay to exist. So there's an idea that you have to give to the system before you can receive. So, therefore it's all taken care of. We're giving as we want to receive, right? No, because those in positions of power are not actually giving anything. They're just giving a life of servitude and slavery for everybody else. Right? We were just in Vegas. We're still in Vegas, but we're outside the strip now, where you have all these buildings and casinos and stuff that are there to provide an opportunity for people to go and experience happiness and fun. But But you look around at everyone's faces.
Yeah.
Not the gen members.
You talk to the people in the elevators.
The people who are not there for our event, the people who are just there like for their normal vacation, right?
Ask a person how they're doing, or if they're having a great day. How are you having a great day? And they're like, no.